Hey everybody, it's Mandy from Chapel Forge. So this is working. This has been down for, I think, 3 months. Literally all of preservation season, and it has been rough. So I talked to Harvest Right maybe a week and a half ago. Yeah, because last week we were camping. Talked to them about a week and a half ago. We did some troubleshooting over the phone, and we figured out that my drain plug and hose were bad. So what he had me do was, I know all the normal things. You know, is the door seal, like when your door closes, do you have your black ring the whole way around? Is the door clean? You know, is it wiped out well? Is there anything clogging your tube? Is your drain valve closed? You know, all those things. I know all those things, and I knew that all those things were fine. Zad had re-siliconed at the back where I had a problem when I first got it. He tore it apart, tore the old silicone off, redid it, and that, you know, so we knew that that couldn't be the problem. So when I called Harvest Right, he said, okay, if you've done all those things, oh, and our oil was good. He's like, if you've done all those things, I want you to take the hose where the drain plug is and put your thumb on the end of it. Is it sucking your, you know, sucking the end of your thumb? And I said it is. And he's like, okay, is your hose starting to collapse? And I said yes. So what we figured out is my drain valve, so it was like a little black plastic one. They've now, I'll show you a little closer, but they upgraded it to like a metal back here. But you can see that there is this nice metal one now. That used to be the plastic valve. This tube, we replaced that. Actually like $17 and change to have that drain valve and tube shipped to me, which I thought was super reasonable. Zad replaced it in no time. I think he just needed like a wrench. I don't really remember. We had to pull it off this table, take it in my office just to have a little bit more room to work around it. But it was seriously a quick fix. I wish I would have known this, you know, prior, but whatever. We're here. We got it. So I started zucchini last night. The zucchini actually only ran for, it's been an extra dry time for about 4 hours. So zucchini only took like 22 hours, and these are like pretty large chunks that are in here. So my plan with these is I just wanted to have a really nice stock of zucchini powder so that I could quickly make zucchini bread this winter, or muffins, or whatever. Or honestly, sprinkle it in soups, add it to anything like that. So I'm working on that. I have an entire freezer in the pantry full of zucchini and tomatoes that have been waiting to go in the freeze dryer. So I had no issues with this. I was watching I know you can't really see the screen, but if you're familiar with the freeze dryer, you really want your pressure, which is that MT number, to hover around 500. Under 500 is the best. Mine was right around 500 the whole time. It's at 300 now. So that was encouraging, because when I was having all these problems, when we did a pressure test on the phone, you should get under 500 in 5 minutes. So when you go to function testing and you do a pressure test, you should get under 500 in 5 minutes or less. And I was still at like 12,000 or something. So we knew that there was a bigger problem. Anyway, it stayed under 500 the whole time, which is excellent. So if you're having issues with your freeze dryer pulling a vacuum, and you know you've done all the normal routine type things, look at your drain plug, look at your tube, do the little test with your thumb. Harvest Right was excellent. They called me twice while I was camping. 2 different guys, they didn't know. Just to follow up, and I just explained that we were camping and I haven't had an opportunity to put it on. The part came while we were gone. And so I assume they're going to call me this week and see how it's going. And I just have no complaints about their customer service. It took us a little bit to troubleshoot and get to this point. But, you know, this is a couple $1,000 machine, few $1,000 machine, and so it was worth figuring out what the problem was. So I'm excited. I'll be bringing you guys lots of freeze drying videos now that my stuff is, you know, functional. We're going to be making tomato powder and zucchini powder. That's first up on the list, because I want to get that freezer cleaned out. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to work on after that. I kind of want to, I inventoried my freezers, so I really want to maybe work on getting some more meat, freeze-dried meat. I really enjoy having powders on the shelf. Some more freeze-dried yogurt on the shelf, so I'll show you that. I've done a video on how to make yogurt with freeze-dried yogurt powder, but I haven't actually showed you how to freeze-dry the yogurt. Not that it's that hard. If you know how to freeze-dry, you know how to freeze-dry yogurt, but it's really interesting. I love having easy, quick, functional type things. So like freeze-dried spinach and strawberries and all these things that we can like put into smoothies or add to soups quickly or whatever. So I'm a big fan of powders. I love powders. I love filling my pantry with powders. So we'll be working on that. If you have any questions about your freeze dryer, I'm not an expert, but I've had my fair share of problems. I've worked with Harvest Right several times to get these things resolved, so I might have some ideas as to why it's not working for you, or at minimum, you can call Harvest Right. They've always been excellent for me. Their customer service has always been really great. They even called me on a Saturday when we did this troubleshooting. It was on a Saturday morning, which I thought was great. So if you have any questions about this, let me know. We'll see you next time.